Hi, this is Rohit Permanla, student ID 2174629. So I'm going to explain the grading assignment code here. First of all, I'm going to run the code. So after running the code, so these are the questions that are asked by the code. So did the student submit a single uncompressed file or not? If it is yes, so just type yes. I can type in any form, the yes in any form, whether it is capsule or not. If we type no for any of the question, for the criteria, the final grade is automatically 0. So I'm going to run it again. I'm going to tell yes for all the conditions. After that I have to enter some 10 points. So I'm going to enter the 10 points. If I also wrote the code that if we enter the marks greater than 10, then we'll ask the code is going to ask the question to enter between 10. So I'm going to enter the marks for all the things. So just asking the question if the code is submitted, assignment is submitted past the deadline. So I'm going to tell yes, and asking how many hours, I'll just tell 2. Then we'll get the final grade like this. Calculate the grade and get the, I'm going to explain how it is going to calculate. So this is the main code here, main function. From the 102 line, the code is going to, the compute grade function is going to call, and these are the 4 criteria that are there in the if condition. So if any of the condition does not become true, then the final grade is returning as 0. So let's see for an example. So here what we are doing is the input we've used input function for asking the question, did the student submit a single uncompressed.py file, yes or no. If the answer given as yes, we are converting that into the lower and checking for yes, and it will return if it return true if it is yes, it return false if it is no. So likewise these conditions are going one after another, and after that we are using input function to ask the questions to enter the grade points between 0 to 1. That is, we are converting type conversion, that is int function, to convert a string into integer. So after that we are storing all the marks into these variables. After that we are going to add all the values and store the values in the total points, in total points variable. After that I'm going to ask a question that if the person submitted the assignment past the deadline. If it is yes, then we go to this inside condition. If it is no, we are going to return the total values. Here we have to return the state values, because if we didn't return anything at the time where we have called, it will get a none type value. So if we get a none type value, we'll print a none type here. So we have to return the value at the end of the function. So if it's a late submission, then we are going to ask the question how many hours late was the late submission was, and after that we are converting it to the integer, and we are checking if he enters any greater than, if he enters a value hours in 0, we'll ask the question to enter greater than 0, and we're calculating the values as well using final grade. We are decreasing the number of hours percentages from the overall value, from the overall points, and returning the value, and finally we are returning the final grade to here. So we have to return the statement here. After getting the value, it is stored in here, and we print the value in here. Thank you.